we have Mr. Joshua Lincoln, Chef de Cabinet of United Nations Office in Geneva, who will deliver the statement on behalf of the Director General of the United Nations Office. Unfortunately, Mr. Tokayev has a last-minute exigency and couldn't make it this morning. He sends his regards and best wishes. Mr. Lincoln, you have the floor.
Mr. Chairman, Mr. Executive Secretary, Excellencies, ladies and gentlemen, it is my pleasure to welcome you to the Palais des Nations on behalf of the Director General, Mr. Kassym-Jomart Tokayev, this morning. The Director General regrets that he is not able to take part personally in this important 65th session of the United Nations Economic Commission for Europe, but has asked me to transmit his best wishes for a successful meeting, as well as the following message. The agenda of this session highlights key priorities before the entire United Nations system. While we, in several contexts, witness improvements, it is clear that the economic crisis and uncertainty continue. The IMF has predicted that global growth will only reach 3.5% in 2013. Some 200 million people are unemployed globally, and the number of job seekers is expected to increase. In an interdependent, open and competitive world economy, the sluggish pace and uneven spread of the recovery affects all countries. The 56 members of the UNECE represent a dynamic but also a highly diverse region, with a range of economic models, approaches and strengths. Growth, inflation and employment rates differ significantly. Our common challenge, therefore, must be to facilitate economic integration that will allow all countries, under these conditions, to consolidate progress and realize their potential within this reality of diversity. In this context, the two items of this high-level segment, first, the follow-up to Rio +20 and post-2015 development agenda, and second, the role of innovation in a dynamic and competitive economy, are particularly important. Science, technology and innovation form the indispensable foundation for the creation of new business, opportunities, investment and jobs, regardless of circumstances and resources. As we have now entered the final 1,000 days before the deadline for the Millennium Development Goals, the clear linking at this session of the economic, environmental and social dimensions of sustainable development could not be more timely. Our success in achieving the MDGs and in establishing a strong post-2015 framework will depend on our ability to address all three dimensions equally and effectively. Despite progress, poverty, inequality, and social exclusion are still realities for the most vulnerable or marginalized groups in the UNECE region. This issue must be confronted. I would also like to commend the long-standing emphasis in the UNECE on environmental challenges. As we mark the International Year of Water Cooperation, this session is a particularly opportunity to strengthen collaborative efforts on shared water resources. Similarly, the UNECE has been breaking new ground and bridging the gap between the public and private economic spheres with its work on public-private partnerships, known as PPPs. We at the United Nations Office at Geneva greatly appreciate our collaboration with the UNECE in exploring the potential of PPPs as part of the Strategic Heritage Plan for the renovation of the Palais des Nations. The outcome of these joint efforts will be presented to Member States in the General Assembly for consideration and decision later this year. We are leveraging the experience and expertise of the UNECE in our own buildings and maintenance work, a partnership that is a practical demonstration of the value of one United Nations, delivering across institutional lines. I hope it may serve as an inspiration throughout the system. Ladies and gentlemen, against a background of profound transformation, the UNECE's ability to combine regional and global perspectives represents a highly valuable contribution to the work of the United Nations. The UNECE produces concrete and tangible products that are meaningful for people's daily lives. I have no doubt that this session will be an opportunity to explore how the UNECE's work can be further strengthened as an integral part of the United Nations' broader collective efforts for the benefit of people in Europe and beyond. I wish you a productive discussion and a successful session. Thank you very much.